You already know what it is. We back. Goku and DC season 3, episode 5. And like usual, I'm gonna show you guys three thumbnails that didn't make the cut. Alright, so y'all put a 3 if you like this one the most, a 2 if y'all like this one the most, and a 1 if y'all like this one the most in the comment section. But anyway, let's get to it. Goku and DC season 3, episode 5. Let's go. The Watchtower's meeting chamber was silent. The weight of Raditz's words pressed down on the gathered heroes. Batman's piercing gaze never wavered as he stepped forward, his voice cutting through the tension like a blade. You said Vegeta and this Nappa are coming. How long do we have? Raditz leaned back against a wall with his arms crossed, his tail flicked impatiently. His smirk was gone, by now replaced by a grim seriousness that unnerved even the most seasoned warriors. A year, maybe less, said Raditz. A ripple of unease spread through the room. Wonder Woman stepped up. A year? That should be enough time. Raditz scoffed. I don't think a decade would make a difference for you lot. Cyborg spoke up then. So we've got a year to prepare for an invasion by two Saiyans that are stronger than you. Raditz smirked. But there was no humor in it. If you're lucky, it could be sooner. Goku clenched his fists, his jaw set. I'm going to train. Harder than I ever have. Batman's voice was steel-like as a response. We'll need more than just training. We need a strategy. Raditz chuckled darkly. Good luck. You'll need it. Wonder Woman stepped forward, her piercing gaze locked onto Raditz, her voice firm, edged with disbelief. Wait, you're leaving? Raditz smirked, crossing his arms. That's right, Princess. I came to warn my brother. That's it. Diana's eyes narrowed. If what you say is true, if these Saiyans are as powerful as you claim, then Earth needs every warrior it can muster, and you would abandon your own flesh and blood to face them alone? Raditz let out a harsh laugh, shaking his head as if she were a naive child. You still don't get it. Training? Preparing? You think any of that matters against Vegeta? Against Nappa? His smirk faded, replaced by something darker. Listen, I've seen Vegeta destroy worlds when we were still kids. You'll be lucky if they'll let you die out quickly. One woman's fist clenched at her sides, then all the more reason to stand and fight. Or are you so cowardly? Raditz's tail lashed behind him, his black eyes flashing with irritation. You can call it what you want, but I didn't survive this long by throwing my life away in hopeless battles. He turned to Goku, ignoring the others. Kakarot, if you've got any sense, you'll leave with me. There are other worlds out there, ones even Frieza hasn't scoured yet. Goku met his brother's gaze, unshaken. I'm not leaving, Raditz. Raditz scoffed. Then you're as stupid as the rest of these guys. Wonder Woman stepped between them with her voice cutting like steel. Then go. But know this. When these Saiyans arrive, we will not cower, we will not flee. And if you ever set foot on this world again, you will answer for your cowardice. Raditz merely grinned, unbothered. Fine by me. At least I'll be alive and well when they reduce this planet to ash. With that, he turned and strode toward the exit, with his armor clinking with each step. The room was left in tense silence, the weight of his words lingering like a storm on the horizon. Goku rocketed after Raditz, catching up to him high above the clouds, where the air was thin and the world below seemed distant. His brother didn't slow down, but Goku matched his speed, flying alongside him with a determined glare. You left something out back there, Goku said, cutting straight to the point. I could feel it in your energy. You're hiding something in that story. Raditz's smirk faltered for just a second before he scoffed. Always were too perceptive for your own good, Kakarot. Goku didn't back down. Just tell me the truth. Why are you really the only one who survived our world's demise, and you knew all this information? Raditz's tail flicked in agitation. For a long moment he said nothing, his gaze fixed on the horizon. Then with a bitter chuckle he finally spoke. You want the full story? Fine. I wasn't just sent off world before the death of our planet. I ran. His voice was sharp, laced with self-loathing. I was supposed to be with Nappa and Vegeta when the rebellion began, but when the time came I hesitated, because I knew we couldn't win. Not against Frieza and not against his army. So I abandoned them. I stole a pod, and I fled like a coward. Goku's eyes widened slightly, but he didn't interrupt. Raditz clenched his fist. By the time I looked back, planet Vegeta was already gone. Our red sun had exploded, destroying Krypton and the planet Vegeta in the process. And the only reason Vegeta and Nappa survived was because they were already in the Phantom Zone, courtesy of King Vegeta's betrayal. He sneered, but me, I was just lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. Goku frowned. Then how does Vegeta know about me? Raditz's expression darkened even further. Because, before the rebellion, I had knowledge of our father's backup plan for you, and I told Vegeta and Nappa this intel, that Bardock was going to send his youngest son to this planet known as Earth as a failsafe. Goku's fist tightened. So you let them here. Raditz met his gaze unflinching. I did. And now you've got a choice, little brother. Stay and die with these idiots, or come with me and live. Raditz braced himself for anger or disgust, for something that would confirm what he already knew, that his little brother saw him as nothing more than a coward as he was, especially for a Saiyan. But instead, Goku just smiled. I get it, Goku said, his voice steady. This isn't your fight. You don't know these people. You don't owe them anything, and this isn't your world. Raditz blinked, his tail flicking in surprise. That's it? No grand speech about honor, no begging me to stay and fight? Goku shrugged. Nah, you made your choice. I won't judge you for it. For the first time in years, Raditz felt something unfamiliar. A flicker of doubt. He'd expected defiance, maybe even pity, but this calm acceptance, it seemed worse. You always were too soft, Kakarot, Raditz muttered, though the bite in his words lacked its usual venom. Goku just grinned. Maybe. But before you go, I want to show you something. Raditz narrowed his eyes. What? But instead of answering, Goku blasted off into a direction and just expected his older brother to follow him. The icy halls of the Fortress of Solitude echoed with the hum of ancient Kryptonian technology as Superman led Raditz and Goku toward a massive crystalline console. Raditz was irritated, his arms crossed as he glared at the glowing holograms that were flickering to life. What's the point of this, Kryptonian? Raditz sneered. You think showing me old records will change anything? Superman's expression remained solemn as he input a series of commands. Not just records. Proof. The holographic display shifted, revealing a star map, planet Vegeta, and Krypton, highlighted in red. Goku stepped closer, his brow furrowed. Clark, what is this? Superman's voice was grave. I'm showing him the truth about how our worlds really fell. The screen played a fragmented transmission, a distorted voice, unmistakable. Frieza's cold and mocking. King Vegeta and the Kryptonian Council have outlived their usefulness. It's crush time. Leave no survivors. Raditz's smirk vanished. His scouter beeped erratically as he watched the footage. Frieza looking down at planet Vegeta, the iconic image of the tyrant raising a single finger, unleashing a planet-shattering blast. Then another clip, Krypton's core destabilizing unnaturally. Jor-El's frantic warnings as the planet tore itself apart from within. No, Raditz muttered, fist clenched. They told us it was a natural disaster. A red sun collapse. Superman nodded. A lie. Frieza orchestrated both destructions. He feared the alliance between our peoples, feared that Saiyan strength combined with Kryptonian science could overthrow him. Or maybe he knew something about us that we didn't. I'm not really sure. Raditz's teeth ground together. Deep down, he'd always suspected. The official story had been too clean, too convenient. But hearing it confirmed, seeing the proof ignited something primal in him. That damn frost lizard, he growled. Goku placed a hand on his brother's shoulder. Now you know why I have to stay. This isn't just about the Earth. It's about finishing what our father started. Raditz didn't shrug him off. For the first time, his defiance wavered. It doesn't change the fact that Vegeta's coming and your guys are toast, he muttered. But the fire was in his eyes had shifted. No longer was just for survival. Something darker, more sinister. A plan for vengeance against Frieza some way, somehow. Goku followed Raditz through the dense forest toward the sleek metallic pod hidden amongst the trees. The ship hummed faintly, its engines warming up as Raditz prepared to leave Earth behind. The air between them was heavy with unspoken words. Years of separation, a shared past that they barely remembered, and now a future where they might never see each other again. Just as Raditz placed a hand on his pod's hatch, he hesitated. His usual smirk was gone, replaced by an uncharacteristic tension. There's something else, Raditz muttered, not meeting Goku's eyes. Goku tilted his head. Huh? Raditz exhaled sharply, tail flicking in agitation. If you somehow survive Vegeta's invasion, which you won't, the next time you see me, you'll be an uncle. Goku blinked, and then blinked again. Wait, what? Raditz scowled, his face darkening with a rare blush. You heard me, Kakarot. Blackfire's expecting. For a moment, Goku just stared, then slowly a wide, knowing grin spread across his face. Oh, so that's why you were so eager to leave. Raditz's eye twitched. Shut up. Goku chuckled, shaking his head. Man, here I thought you were just scared of Vegeta. I am scared of Vegeta. Anyone with a brain would be, Raditz snapped, then deflated slightly. But, yeah, that's part of it. His voice dropped, uncharacteristically vulnerable. I've already lost one family, and I'm not trying to lose another. Goku smirked, softened. He clapped Raditz on the shoulder. Hey, man, congratulations, Raditz. Really? Raditz grunted, shoving his hand away, but there was no real heat in it. Save the sentiment. You've got a year to get strong enough not to die. Don't waste it. With that, he yanked the pod's hatch open and climbed inside. The engines roared to life, the force of the takeoff sending leaves swirling in every direction. As the ship streaked into the sky, Goku watched until it vanished among the clouds, his grin fading into determination. The scene changed. The scorching winds of Kahndaq whipped against Piccolo's cloak as he touched down in the throne room of Black Adam's palace. The ruler of the nation sat upon his obsidian throne, arms crossed, with his golden eyes gleaming with quiet amusement. As his adopted son approached, You've returned sooner than expected, Black Adam remarked, his voice a low rumble. I assume your encounter with Goku was enlightening then. Piccolo scowl deepened. Raditz is a loudmouth fool, but his warning isn't empty. There are 2 more Saiyans, stronger than him, that are coming to the Earth within the time period of a year. Black Adam leaned forward unimpressed. And you believe this is a threat to me? Piccolo's antenna flicked in irritation. They probably won't care about borders or rulers. They may try to level everything in their path. A slow, confident smirk spread across Black Adam's face. He rose from his throne, the ancient magic of the gods crackling around him like static. Then it seems you have a year to ensure you are more than a match for them. Piccolo narrowed his eyes. You sound awfully certain. Black Adam descended the steps, his presence commanding. Because I am. The power of Shazam flows through me. And soon, by extension, through you. The training you've undergone under my guidance is but a fraction of what you're capable of. He placed a heavy hand on Piccolo's shoulder. By the time these Saiyans arrive, you will not merely face them, you will break them. Piccolo exhaled, the fire of challenge igniting in his chest. Then we shouldn't waste a single day. Black Adam's smirk widened. We won't. The Fortress of Solitude stood silent, its crystalline walls reflecting the pale Arctic light as Superman approached the central console. His jaw was set, his mind still reeling from Raditz's revelation. If General Zod was involved in this, if he had been in prison alongside Vegeta, then he needed to know everything about him. Computer, Clark commanded, his voice steady. Access historical records on General Drew Zod. Cross-reference with any known connections to the Saiyans. The console hummed to life, holographic projections flickering before solidifying into a towering figure clad in Kryptonian military regalia. Zod, his piercing gaze filled with conviction, even in his digital recreation. General Drew Zod, the AI intoned, former High General of Krypton's Space Division, served as the primary liaison between Krypton and the Saiyan military forces during the joint planetary campaigns under Frieza's regime. Superman's brow furrowed. Joint campaigns. The screen shifted, displaying logs of Kryptonian warship alongside Saiyan pods descending, their forces working in tandem to quell rebellions on conquered worlds. Zod stood at the forefront with his tactical brilliance evident, even in the fragmented records. Zod was unique among Kryptonians, the computer continued. Unlike the Council or the Nobles, he did not view the Saiyans as mere shock troops. He devised military tactics with them and fought beside them with his Kryptonian weaponry, and earned their respect, particularly Prince Vegeta's, Clark's stomach titan. So, they were allies. In a sense, when Frieza's tyranny became unbearable, Zod and Vegeta conspired to overthrow him. They recruited key figures, including the Saiyan radical Bardock, to their cause. The hologram changed again, this time showing a shadowed meeting between Zod, Vegeta, and a Saiyan, who could only be Bardock, Goku's father. Their rebellion was discovered. The Kryptonian Council feared Frieza's wrath and exiled them to the Phantom Zone before they could act. Superman exhaled sharply, and now they're free. Robin stood in the dimly lit communications room of Titan's Tower, his fingers hovering over the holographic display as he replayed the message he sent to the team. The screen flickered with words: urgent, Saiyan threat inbound, ETA 1 year, League briefing detached. Below it, the responses were sparse, just 2 out of the 5 he'd hoped for. Cyborg's reply came first, characteristically efficient. Already on it. I'm already on it. Running simulations. We'll need upgrades. Raven was tense but present. Understood. I'll strengthen my spells. But the rest, silence. Robin's jaw tightened as he pulled up Beast Boy's contact. The last time they'd spoken was after Terra's funeral. Gar had vanished into the wilds, refusing to answer calls. Robin had respected that until now. He tapped the comm link again. Beast Boy, this isn't optional. Earth's at stake. Static. No reply. Starfire's absence stung worse. She left for Tamaran weeks ago, citing rural duties, but Robin knew the truth. After the fallout with Batman and Goku, withdrawn. After the fallout with Batman and Goku's departure, she'd withdrawn. Her trust in the team was fractured. He tried reaching her through Tamaranian channels, but all transmissions were routed through Blackfire, who would smugly inform him that her sister was indisposed and didn't want to talk to anyone. Aquaman sat on his throne in the grand halls of Atlantis. The weight of Raditz's warning pressed heavily on his mind. The currents of the ocean swirled around him, a soothing rhythm that contrasted with the storm of thoughts that was within his head. 2 Saiyans were stronger than Raditz, and they were arriving within a year. Arthur's fingers tightened around the armrest of his throne as he recalled the first time he had fought Goku years ago, when the boy was still just a teenager. Back then, Goku had been raw, untamed power, yet even in his youth he had been a force to be reckoned with. Their battle had been a fierce clash of strength and skill that had left Arthur impressed despite himself. The boy's resilience, his adaptability, his sheer will, it had been unlike anything he had seen amongst these surface dwellers before. And now Raditz claimed that these incoming warriors, Vegeta and Nappa, dwarfed even his power. And if that were true, Arthur exhaled, bubbles rising from his lips as he leaned back. Goku had grown exponentially since their first encounter, pushing himself beyond even metahuman limits. If these Saiyans were stronger than Raditz, and Raditz was already a threat that Goku barely defeated when he was with the Titans, this implication was dire. He clenched his trident, the metal humming with ancient power. Atlantis had weathered invasions before, but this seemed different. If they come for the Earth, they come for the seas as well, and Arthur would be ready. Batman sat in the dim glow of the Bat computer's monitors, his fingers steepled beneath his chin as he analyzed every piece of data that was available on the Saiyans. The footage of Goku's past battles played on loop. His fight with Piccolo, his transformation into a great ape during the battle with Raditz, his sparring sessions with the League. Bruce's eyes narrowed as he focused on one critical detail: the tail. Raditz had one, Goku had one, and if Vegeta and Nappa were Saiyans, they would have one too. Bruce rewound the footage of Goku's transformation, freezing the moment the boy's eyes glazed over, his body contorting as the full moon's light triggered an ancient genetic response, and his tail began to twitch. A weakness. If these Saiyans could be forced into that state, or better yet, if their tails could be exploited, they might be incapacitated long enough to be neutralized. Bruce pulled up schematics, cross-referencing lunar cycles and potential artificial moon simulations. If he could develop a means to sever their tails mid-combat, but there were variables. Would Vegeta and Nappa have the same vulnerability? Bruce's mind raced. He needed more data before he was sure. The training grounds of the League of Assassins were silent. save for the rhythmic thud of Goku's fists against the reinforced dummy. Each strike sending cracks spiderwebbing through its surface. Sweat dripped from his brow as he pushed himself harder, faster, his mind replaying Raditz's warning on loop. A year, maybe less. He couldn't afford to waste a single second. Then, he felt a shift in the air. Goku's fist froze mid-punch. His senses flaring, someone powerful had just entered the compound. Someone familiar. He turned, wiping his forearm across his forehead, and blinked in surprise. Standing at the edge of the courtyard in her golden armor gleaming under the torchlight was Wonder Woman. Her arms were crossed, her lips curved into a knowing smirk. Diana? Goku tilted his head, tail flicking behind him. What are you doing here? Diana uncrossed her arms, stepping forward. Batman informed me of your location. Though I hardly needed his help, your training echoes halfway across this mountain. Goku scratched the back of his head, sheepish. Yeah, well, gotta get stronger, you know. Big fight coming. Which is precisely why I'm here. She planted a fist on her hip, her smirk widening. Surely you didn't think I'd let you prepare for this alone. Diana's eyes, Goku blinked, then it clicked. His grin split his face. Oh, you want to train together, like back on Themyscira. Diana's eyes sparkled with challenge. Unless you've forgotten how to wield a staff. Hey, I've got way better, Goku protested, puffing his chest out. I've been practicing. Prove it. In one fluid motion, Diana unsheathed her sword and leveled it at him. Or are you afraid I'll embarrass you again, like in the old days? Goku's energy flared to life with a blue aura crackling around him. You wish that would be so easy. And with a laugh, Diana lunged, and the courtyard erupted into a whirlwind of clashing steel and wood wrapped in ki. For the first time in months, Goku felt the weight lift off his shoulders. He wasn't alone in his training. Not anymore, at least. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. We'll have a Goku and Wonder Woman training arc on the next episode, and then after that, the Saiyans are going to arrive. If you did like it, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Man, we're 5 subscribers away from 1,000, man. That'll be a milestone that I will appreciate you guys for. So, yeah. Till next time, peace.